Yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers. What's going on, Haunted Nation?
See?
And I'm Ant. And this is going to be a review for, what the fuck are we reviewing? Oh, yeah, Pennhurst Asylum. Pennhurst Asylum in New Spring.
In Bumblefuck, Pennsylvania.
New Spring, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
We went on a Sunday.
Yep.
Which we should have probably mentioned that we went on a Saturday to Blood Prison, but well, if you saw that one, now you know. We went on a Saturday. So went on a Sunday, got there for 7:30.
Yep.
You know, so nice and early on a Sunday, not as early as they open. They open in like 6:30 or 6:45 or some shit. Mm-hmm. That's before the sun goes down for most of the season. So why would you want to? A lot of it's indoor. It's all indoors.
Actually, small. Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter. But anyhow. It is located in an actual old asylum grounds. Lot of buildings, a lot of acreage, tons of underground tunnels, supposedly haunted.
Very, very awesome imagery, though.
Yeah,
just natural imagery, just because of the buildings.
You walk through the place and you see the buildings. Same thing with the prison, right? You look at the prison and it's just wow.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I think if you use your imagery.
You can make it even better.
You incorporate the imagery and the idea into your haunt.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it a lot better. And for some parts of Pennhurst Asylum, they do, and some parts they don't.
Right.
Anyhow, everything's rearranged since the last time we were there. It's probably been a couple of years. I don't think I definitely didn't go last year.
No, I think it was 2 years ago.
Yeah. So. We have been there before, but it is always a place worth going back to. We wanted to go somewhere that was not too close, you know, preferably somewhere new, but there's not that much that we haven't done, and we
especially on a Sunday.
And we kind of wanted to go somewhere that we were gonna really enjoy. I actually thought about dragging you over to Kim's Crypt because I thought that place was kind of cool, but I don't know how you would have felt about it. You know. Anyhow, unfortunately, Pennhurst wasn't close enough to anything else for us to get to anything else because everything was closing at like by 9 or 10 o'clock on a Sunday.
If we could, we would have went to Bates right afterwards because that's the closest in proximity.
Yeah, but that was about an hour away.
Yeah. And
by the time we finished with Pennhurst, it was a little after 9, and they closed at 10.
Right.
Yeah, so we couldn't find anything else to do. But anyway, this isn't about what we couldn't find to do. This is about Pennhurst Asylum. So, free parking on site again, which we love. Parking lot was in a different area because we used to have to walk through the woods and past buildings and everything. And that really, to me, added to the experience. Maybe we didn't have to walk through because there really weren't that many people.
Right. It was really
and we didn't
really
fall
empty.
into where we usually do later in the season into like the overflow parking areas or what have you.
Yeah, it really was empty. What I would consider pretty empty.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody who spent the extra money on the VIP got
which some people did.
Yeah, got
some people
last
did.
night.
Don't get me started.
Yeah.
Most of these places, if you go on their website, they'll have a little like a calendar
of when they're most busiest.
Right. Yeah. And they'll color code like
you
know, red is the real busy one, green is
usually
the dead one, the dead days, yellow is the medium, whatever. They'll color code it. And it'll also say the hours.
Right.
But anyhow. So they do have a security checkpoint.
Yep.
Right? They have a thing going over the loudspeaker that once you pass this point, you acknowledge and agree to not be an asshole and not have weapons on you and whatnot.
Don't shoot the actors.
Right. So they make you go through a metal detector, very sensitive, because I went through and all I had on me was my belt buckle and my watch.
Yeah.
And I still sent it off.
Yeah.
And then the guy wanted me, saw that it was my watch. And he still made me lift up to show that I wasn't carrying a concealed firearm like in my waistband. Which, you know how I feel about that. I wouldn't do at a haunt because I'm not there to defend myself.
Yeah.
I'm there to have a fucking good time. Anyhow, there goes the wind. It is damp and moist today, which is normally something I like.
Yeah.
but
if it's warm.
Right, yeah, this is cold. This is cold, damp, and moist.
Yeah.
Anyhow, So once you get through there, there's like a lot of lines, and a lot of lines set up for bigger crowds,
Right.
which we didn't have to mitigate the big crowds.
Right.
Had to, find the security place, go through the security, walk another great distance to go get the line for the tickets.
Right.
And scan the tickets. Then they hand you physical tickets, which are on the Instagram page. We do like physical tickets, but by the end of the haunt, you don't have a physical ticket left anyway. It's just for them to keep track of
Which
what
ones you've gone through, yeah.
And now they started with a new haunt this year called the Catacombs, right?
Right.
I believe.
Which I thought was one of the better attractions.
I agree with you. I thought that was one of the cooler things that they've done, and I can only hope that in the future, as they keep building or they keep improving, rather than necessarily adding more stuff, they can
Just improve what they have.
improve what they have. And
Right.
We'll get to that. But the Catacombs were really cool. It had a central theme. There's a ton of smoke
Yeah.
in this entirety of this haunt. I don't think there was a section of the haunt that didn't have thick smoke in it.
Yeah.
So if you don't like the smoke, this is probably not the haunt for you, because literally everywhere
Everything is
had
smoked
thick
out.
smoke.
Yeah.
Smoke is cool because it obscures things and lets light shine through, and it cuts lights in different way.
Right.
Allows the actors to move through and more appropriately scare people. This place didn't have a touch pass, but we were told the actors may touch you, but you can't touch them. Light, gentle touches. A little grab here and there from a hidden place. The Catacombs were really cool. It was really like walking through a narrow cave, and there were bodies in the sides of the walls.
Yeah.
And like just little candles, even though electronic candles.
Right,
but
right.
Candles were lighting and guiding the way.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much the entirety of the Catacombs, was like walking through that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right. So like as a beginning, and they put us through in a very large group. However, it didn't matter because I guess it does matter because it's the haunt still, but it's more, to me, it was more like the intro
Right.
to the haunt. But they do count it as another category.
Right.
But it's a good way to get you started before you're standing on more fucking lines forever.
Right.
So Catacombs, really cool.
Weren't waiting long at all to get in.
No, not long at all. Really enjoyed it. The people behind us were losing their fucking shit.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. I was like, kind of wish they were in front of us. So I
Yeah,
could see
yeah.
them losing their shit. But, still very enjoyable.
Right.
Come out, and then you head on a line, another line. People are guiding you, go this way, go that way, and they put you on the line for the asylum proper.
Right.
For Pennhurst Asylum. They've got a new queuing system where they have boxes, and then they put a X number of people in the box, and then the next box and the next box, and as one box goes in, they move you through. Again, another place where their timing is kind of shit. 20 seconds between groups at best, and large-ish groups. I think the first time we went through with a group of 7, right, total?
Right.
Right, because there's 2, 3, 2, right?
But now, the cool thing was that the first 2 people were sprinters. And the 2 people behind us were Scooby-Doo walkers. So we really did get to experience a lot of it, just our group.
Yes and no. I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
So yes and no. I'm not going to give them credit for this. This is not like the haunt was like, oh, you 2 are going to run.
Right.
You guys are going to pace normal, and you motherfuckers are just going to creep around every corner,
Right.
Like, that is not kudos to the haunt.
No.
on that.
I'm just saying my enjoyment.
Right. It did increase the enjoyment for me as well. However, I'm not giving them credit for that bullshit. That wasn't the haunt fucking
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
That wasn't their plan.
Right.
They didn't have some grand fucking plan.
Right.
Anyhow, like he said, lucky for us,
Yeah.
the group that we were with, the 2 in the front fucking running, like literally running. At one point, he's keeping up with them, and then he's like, "What the fuck am I doing?"
Yeah.
He's fucking.
Yeah, I started
Fading back.
back.
Like I was wondering why the fuck you were fucking running along with them. keeping up with these motherfuckers, bro. So, the asylum building itself, absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous architecture.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Hollywood quality sets.
Yeah.
You could walk in there and film.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of smoke to obscure things. When you do have to go up and down stairs, there are like day glow colored, paint on the steps so you can see them.
Right, so you're not going to bust your ass. Right.
You shouldn't fall down a flight of stairs. The asylum is just really cool.
Right.
Building to walk through. Multiple floors.
Mm-hmm.
You walk up, you start on one floor, you go up to another floor, and you walk down, and you walk down, and then you walk through.
Right.
My biggest gripe with, two huge fucking gripes.
Right.
One is the biggest fucking gripe, and we saw it the last time.
Yep.
And we saw it this time. They have fucking security personnel standing like at the ends of the fucking hallways.
Yep. In bright day glow yellow vests.
And then they're trying to tell you, we'll go this way.
Yeah, no
hey,
shit.
No shit, motherfucker. There's a fucking wall here.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm from Kitty Pride. I can't walk through fucking wall. Motherfucker, I'm not the fucking Vision.
Yeah, dude. I don't have the code on Wolfenstein to do the clipping and walk through the fucking walls.
Like, thanks, guy. Not only are you dragging me out of the experience by fucking being here in
the first place.
Fucking yellow fucking caution vest.
Yeah.
But now you're fucking directing me. Do something with these guys. Fucking hide them. Put a little box there with a little slit that they can look through. Put them in a fucking, just a black, or even T had a great suggestion. Here's a suggestion for you, free fucking of charge, guys at Pennhurst. Put them in a white fucking uniform like they're orderlies and just have them stand there and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Or if you're going to have just be like, have them point.
Right.
That way, way inmate or something. If you're gonna do it, at least make it part of the fucking haunt.
Right.
Enhance it.
Right.
Don't just have fucking security.
Now,
like,
granted,
if it was one guy, I'd be like, all right, maybe he's misplaced because I've seen one person.
Oh yeah, but there's many.
They're all over.
Now here's
like fucking cockroaches in a fucking Brooklyn
on the flip
apartment.
side, I understand why. Because they have what they call chicken doors. And they just want to make sure that if somebody is really losing their shit, that they could call chicken. Somebody will grab them,
but
escort them out.
Most places they have the actors will do it.
Oh yeah, this is true. Yeah, no, that's true. But I'm just saying, I understand why they do it.
Security's there for if you fucking pop an actor in the head.
Right, right. But they just.
But you normally don't see them.
They just did it incorrectly.
Even at one of your least favorites, Headless Horseman, you don't see security unless somebody did something fucked up. Then you'll see security fucking stalking those
come
people
out of the
until
fucking
they get
woodwork.
until they get out of the fucking haunt, and
Right.
then they fucking sack them.
Right.
But anyway, so that's my biggest fucking gripe. Didn't see anybody in the catacombs in the beginning part in the catacombs. At the very end, there was a person where the stairs are.
Yeah.
Because you're basically out at that point anyway.
Right.
And a girl at the beginning telling you to go in, like directing traffic.
Right.
And same thing at the other ones. At the asylum, though, they had a person in costume entering you into the asylum.
Right. Giving you the
somebody in
rules.
security.
Yeah.
So, so security was one of my biggest gripes. There are animatronics, a lot of animatronics throughout, which I don't mind. I like animatronics. Tons of actors.
In their defense, I didn't see one that wasn't working, or
We only saw one line creeper, which the picture is up on Instagram.
But again,
the line.
it was so empty. So I get it.
I do
I
and
get
I
it.
don't. Like you're a chef. Your first meal should be as good as your last meal.
Mm-hmm.
As a haunt, your fucking opening day should be as good as your closing day,
Right.
and everything in between.
I just think they might have been a little understaffed on a Sunday.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But then it's a staffing problem that they've created,
Right.
Because they want to understaff on a Sunday.
Right.
My other real gripe is there's no flow. The inconsistency. For a long while, you're flowing through it, and it's flowing well.
Mm-hmm.
And then I walk into a room, and it's fucking what the fuck is that show?
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. I just walked into Stranger, and there's Vecna fucking standing there,
Yeah.
and there's one of the Demogorgons,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
What
why?
the fuck you say? Yeah.
I was like, why? And then I walk out of that room and I'm back in the asylum and I'm like, what the fuck? You know? And there's a lot of inconsistency throughout the entirety of the haunt. I'll say that till the end. After we get through the asylum, go out on another line, and that line leads to the morgue, right? Which is the morgue underneath.
Right.
Again, beautiful set pieces, tons of smoke, and more or less appropriately done as a morgue, like bodies and feet and, you know.
And drawers, refrigerated drawers.
Right, and even non-refrigerated drawers, just stacks of feet on like, you know, pull out. Oh, really cool. Again, all the actors appropriately costumed and dressed. Saw some security down there, but not as much as in the asylum itself. But yeah, just another really cool spot. They actually did a little swamp section at one point.
Right. And they didn't do it as correctly as for the amount of smoke that place has. The one place they need it, they didn't have it. It
was a little thin in there. However, I'm going to tell you that a bunch of haunts that I've been to recently that have continued with the swamp theme have it's just not been right at all. It's just they're not using they've not been using enough smoke.
Right. Brighton does it well, where people could literally pop up.
We'll see what happens this season.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, they a lot.
But because you shouldn't be able to look down and see the floor and see your legs.
Right. It should really look like
you're trolling through the swamp.
Like you're just walking through. It could also be the amount of people that they have going through, like a conga line, because you have to have
breaking up the smoke.
You have to have draping, and keep that. But the whole place is so full of smoke.
Right.
But I digress. Anyway, so yeah, it was really cool. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed going through the morgue. Up out of the morgue onto yet another line. And again, the lines were.
And this is this is going into the tunnels now. This is the final attraction. This has always been my least favorite. In Pennhurst.
Well, what do you think this time?
To me, it was better. It used to be completely unnavigatable because of the lights and the amount of smoke,
and
with
they had the
lights.
White strobing light.
Right. Thank God they got rid of that shit, because now at least you can navigate through it.
All right.
That was my biggest gripe of why I never enjoyed the tunnels, because all it was just you can't see what the fuck's going on.
So again, these are some of the tunnels that they used to use to move bodies or patients from building to building underground.
Right.
And it really is just a long section of
tunnels
that are maybe 12 feet wide or so. You know, maybe a little bit more, somewhere in that range. And then you're going through the tunnels, and really some sections are really dark.
Yeah.
Where you really can't see a lot, but that's cool. This is what we're here for.
Right.
We're here for a hunt until finally you're out, and when you get out, you enter into a big open area where they have food trucks.
Right.
They have a section where they serve beer and drinks.
Which I kind of think should be at the beginning.
Absolutely. So I grabbed a drink, like a vodka and lemonade, pink lemonade. Yeah. Which was decent. The drinks aren't crazy priced. They're not cheap. You know, it was like $10 for the mixed drink, $8 for whatever, 12, 16 ounce cup of beer. Lots of different food types, pizza, kebabs, you know, they even had ice cream over there.
But all artery killers, like nothing, it's all fair food.
Only porta potties at this haunt, which is par for the course for pretty much every haunt.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm gonna agree with T and say I think they would be better served having that area, that food stuffs area. Either at the beginning or as a centralized location.
So like you could do it in between the different ones.
Right, you go there, you know, and then you can pick and choose. More like a screen park. Because it was almost like a screen park, but it's at the end. And one of my other gripes, like, I wasn't driving, so I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, but
But
what are you
gripe
going to
is,
do?
why
Have
are
a
you
drink and
serving
then
pe-
go right,
Right?
go
Why are
right
you
home?
serving? Why are you serving like? And I get it. You don't necessarily want to serve people alcohol and get them fucking toxed and then let them into your haunt either.
Right.
But if you go to the fuck is that place? Not Pure Terror. Don't get me started.
Indy?
With that. Field of Screams,
Okay.
or even Indy Scream Park. You can go and grab a beer and go do your haunt at Field of Screams. They have a section that you have to stay in the section if you're drinking.
Right.
So but you can go and you can grab a beer or a drink and hang out with your friends and then go into the haunt from there.
Right.
So it doesn't seem to be a problem.
Right.
With people getting intoxicated. I'm sure if you looked like you were toxic, they wouldn't let you in anyway.
Right. Right. Right.
You know? But I think it's a misstep having it at the end.
Yeah.
You know? Because
You're nice and saucy.
Right. You have a
Now,
somebody has a couple fucking beers and then
Yeah,
they got to drive home because you're.
Now have a
it's
good
not-
night. Yeah.
It's not Manhattan. It's not like you can take the train and you're in the middle of you're in the middle of nowhere. You're
Yeah,
driving in or driving out.
Yeah.
Unless you bring a designated driver with you.
Right.
You know. But anyway, so and then there is an exit through the gift shop. There's only one way out through the gift shop. Gift shop's a gigantic building.
Yeah.
There's
They really did up the gift shop this year.
There's picture opportunities and stuff all around. There's a couple in that foodstuffs area. There's even a few in the gift shop area. They had a lot of merch. Nothing that was really eye catching. A lot of stuff that didn't so much have to do with the haunt,
The haunt itself, yeah.
itself. But
Just
lots
like
of-
little trinkets and stuff. That,
Trinkets and-
Halloween and horror.
right, and even some of the sweatshirts were like Halloween this, horror
Right.
that. They had a picture of like a draw, picture of Michael Myers. Mike looked jacked. He was like,
bro,
fuck,
yeah.
I was like, fuck, I wouldn't fuck with him.
Yeah.
It looks like he's spending his time in the fucking gym.
Yep.
Like I
It's
know
like-
where he
like-
was.
like-
They got a good gym in that asylum he was at.
He's somebody snuck him some trend.
Like Mike was Diesel. But yeah. So exit through the gift shop, and then even after the gift shop, they had another area which was I just in my brain it's like, oh, it's the pumpkin patch because everything was like evil pumpkins, pumpkin themed
Which was
stuff.
really cool though. That
It
was
really was.
fucking
It
cool.
really was, especially as something that like you don't need to go. Or was that after the gift shop, or was that after the haunt?
It was
and
after
before-
the haunt,
before the
before the
before we go into the thing.
right.
All right. Well, I got my shit mixed up. But yeah, after the gift shop, it's fuck off and go home.
Right.
But yeah, after the last haunt, you walk through this pumpkin patch area. where
Really
it's
fucking cool.
really just,
Cool
and a lot
animatronics.
and a
cool-
lot of
yeah.
photo ops. People
Yep.
were taking tons of photos. Some were getting pissed off that people were walking through their photos. Like, bro, you're fucking standing around. Like,
Yeah.
nobody knows the fuck you're doing. It's not obvious.
Right.
But yeah, and then off into the other area with the food and whatever.
Right.
But that was another cool area.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to get to my gripes. More of my gripes with this place.
Mm-hmm.
All the sets were beautiful. All the costuming was great. But the flow is shit. The flow is absolute shit. 'Cause even like I'm walking through the morgue, and I'm walking through and it's like a morgue. And now I'm in an area where there's zombies. And zombie animatronics eating people, and like a scientist standing there watching them. Then I'm in another area and it's like, now there's like alien science experiments.
Right.
And now I'm back in the morgue and I'm like, and and they use those different things. Like even in the asylum, there was a section where there was like zombies, I believe, right? And then in the other area, in the very last area, like the tunnels going out. We're in the tunnels, and then there's an area where there's lots of ghosts.
Right.
And then there's an area where there's other stuff. And I'm like, there are things, you have enough props and enough different types of props where you could set up one area, where you could have an area where I'm walking through and it's space alien types. And you can have just all, alien experiments and an alien escape
Right.
through that whole area. And you can have another area where it's
All
in the
zombies.
morgue and it's all zombies.
Right.
And zombie type stuff in the morgue. And you could have taken like the ghosts that we saw in the tunnels. Would have been better off in the asylum.
Right.
At some place. And it would have made more sense.
And that's the thing. It's like me actually being a mortician apprentice and, you know, becoming a mortician myself in real life, can see really cool shit that, you know, like the mortician is shooting them not to embalm them but to preserve them as zombies. Like you could have really cool fucking
really cool ideas.
themes that could go through, and it would make more sense rather than all of a sudden like go downstairs. Why is there zombies in the morgue? Like,
yep.
You know what I mean?
And God bless him. I'm not telling all y'all what the fuck I do for a living, but I can tell you that I can tell you that I can tell the difference between a prop that looks good and looks real, and a prop that doesn't.
Yeah.
That's it. Fuck all y'all. You don't get to know what I do for a living. I don't need you fucking stalking my workplace.
No, I just think it's so no. But you know what's awesome is it's like the most Halloween, not Halloween job that I could really think of.
Yeah.
Anyhow, but I digress.
But yeah, I really, again, I think I think they need some level of planning. Like I said, the catacombs in the beginning, walking through, was
great,
and
it was a great setup, to set you up
and
for more.
Made fucking sense.
Right.
Walking through the whole thing, most of the asylum made sense, and then you just walk into places that just were out of place.
Yeah.
Like you'd walk into, you walk into fucking Stranger Things, and then you walk out of Stranger Things, and then on another level you walk in and there's some experimentation rooms.
Right.
And but then in the other place that we're in, they got the same experimentation rooms, and then the third place, they got more experiment. Like,
right.
Put them together.
Right.
Stick to a fucking theme. Centralize one theme. You know.
Right.
Like it just makes more sense.
Right.
If you went into the asylum, they had creepy shit. And then the asylum, you go into the morgue, and now you can see what they're doing with the patients that they killed in the asylum.
Right.
Through the morgue. And maybe at the end of the morgue, you have the ghosts. I don't know. But you get what I'm saying.
Right.
Like,
just more thought behind the flow.
There should be thought behind how it all flows together.
Right.
And that'll lead us into our third, which, who knows how you're going to fucking watch these videos. I mean, I could force you to watch them in order. I just don't put the last one up. Yeah, like that'll lead us into our next final review of this series of 3 reviews that we're doing.
Right.
But yeah, like for me, as the more, and we've been doing haunts for over 30 years. The more I go through, the more flow means something to me. The more, the more things should just flow into each other, and it shouldn't just be a scene and then a different jarring scene when you walk through the door, and then a different scene.
Right.
I shouldn't walk from in a house, and then I walk through a door in the house. Now I'm in a jungle, and then like a fucking bad dream.
Yeah.
Or like a shitty nightmare.
Right.
Where you turn around and now you're
unless there's a way to do that if that's the theme of your haunt,
theme,
like altered nightmares,
right.
kind of,
If your theme is that you're having a nightmare,
right? Then it makes sense.
Like I discussed a way for the asylum to make sense.
Yeah.
In the jarring layout that they had, but it's not something that they present to you. It's not something that they've used or that they say.
Right.
And
we're not creative consultants, so we're not gonna say it.
Right. So be more than happy to fucking help you if you want. You give me a fucking call. Drop me a line, and I'll tell you how to make it make more sense. Anyway.
Right.
Like I think half the time with our reviews, we tell people what we think and how we think their shit could be improved.
Right.
Because that's what I want. I'm not here to shit on your haunt. I'm here because I want to go to the best fucking haunts possible.
Right.
And when I do, man, is it fucking great.
Yeah.
Man, is it fucking great. Like the Den Schoolhouse in the beginning. It made perfect sense.
Right.
The whole thing, because you're walking through, and
through the schoolhouse.
It was all school themed.
Yeah.
And then eventually they put in that carnival scene, which is jarring and just makes no fucking sense in the middle of a schoolhouse. And then you walk out of it and you're back in the schoolhouse again.
Right.
I think it's a great scene. I think it's awesome, but just makes no fucking sense.
Right.
Kills the flow.
Yep.
So yeah, again, Pennhurst, the line sizes and the way they group you together kind of blows.
Right.
All the sets are fucking fantastic. The costuming is great. The actors and actresses are into it. Back to the animatronics. This is what we wanted to talk about in the beginning. that was a gripe I had, because yeah, it was great that the people were running ahead of us, but
Sometimes
they were
they'll set
running
something
ahead
off.
and setting off things that we would, when we got to it, either was
Was
just
at their
resetting
end or at the end.
or at the end and just stopped, and it was going to take another minute or 30
Right.
seconds before another group could walk through and re-trigger it.
Right.
So we were missing a lot of the animatronic stuff. And that's the big problem I have with animatronics. If you're going to put people through in groups, you got to put them through in a group that's together.
Right.
Because if the group is together and they're a group of friends, they're going to walk through as a group of friends.
Right.
If you have 2 people together and 2 people together and 3 people together, they're going to stick with their group.
Right.
But depending on
They're
how
going to
they
move at their own pace.
Right.
Exactly.
So that's one of my big gripes with the animatronics. But anyway, let's finish this review because it's been going on forever.
Right.
Not that I mind.
My rating is going to surprise you, but
Really?
yeah.
Okay. Anyhow, I'm going to stick with the same rating that I gave Blood Prison, because I think they both had really stellar things. I think they both had some fairly decent sized problems. And I'm going again with an 8.0. It's definitely worth your time, definitely worth your money to go to both. You know, and it's a really good haunt. For some people, it'll probably be the best haunt of their life. But for people that go to a ton of haunts, yeah, there are issues.
Right.
What do you think?
I'm going to do exactly what I did for Blood Prison 2,
Okay.
but that was a 7.5.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
And
I thought you were higher yesterday.
And you know why?
You had
because
time
I
to
thought
reflect.
about but you were right in terms of you got to judge the haunt, not your experience necessarily. And even though I enjoyed myself a lot more last night than I did at Blood Prison,
Because we kind of got to
because
go
we
through
kind of
alone.
got, yeah, exactly. It has no bearing on the haunt itself because, like you said, that's not the haunt that was doing it for us.
No. And again, we don't tell anybody that we're reviewers. We buy tickets.
Yeah.
We keep our shit quiet.
Yep.
You know, we're not wearing anything other than like here, like I'm fucking Viva la Revoltron. That does not say that I review shit.
Right. Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
1776. You reviewed a Constitution.
Yeah.
But yeah. We don't let people know. We don't want any special treatment. We don't want any better experience.
No, we want to know what everybody is getting.
Yeah, I'm reviewing it based on the same experience I would have had before I started reviewing. The same experience I'm going to have, you know, because I'm not telling anybody.
Right.
You know, I don't, you know, if I go on a review night, it's an accident.
Right.
And
right,
I'm
right.
not, and I don't
And
have
you're
one
not
of the
gonna group
reviewer
yourself.
lanyards,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I don't get the fucking lanyard either, which is great. Like, oh, just an asshole who bought his ticket online.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
But anyhow, for me, 8.0, same as Blood Prison. For you?
7.5, just like Blood Prison.
All right. Both worthwhile. Both
Yep.
definitely worthy to go to. You'll enjoy yourself.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And on to the next.
On the next.
All right. Bathroom break time.